So let me see if I keep up. Getting your lips plumped up, body positive. Losing weight, toxic.
You gotta be so good that they can't ignore you, especially the ones that ain't done shit for you. Yeah, you know exactly what I mean. They stab you in the back and then they ask why you're bleeding. I don't trust words, I trust actions. I don't care what you heard, I'm not slacking.
My name is Alan Roberts. This is Everyday Day Fitness. Like, subscribe, click the notification bell right over here. Share my videos. Subscribe to my second channel, Alan Roberts, in my opinion. Of course, like the button below at the end of all those places. Thank you very much. So, the mental gymnastics Tess Holliday uses to justify her actions versus what she expects of other people have always amazed me. This woman, again, I have said before, I believe she is one of the most manipulative people I've ever seen in my life. The Tess Holliday that appears on camera for all of her interviews is extremely different than a Tess Holliday that appears on her Twitter and on her Instagram. I did want to congratulate Tess on her obvious weight loss, even though months ago she literally ostracized somebody from her circle for losing weight to get healthy because they had all sorts of medical conditions from gaining too much weight. Ostracized the person. Tess's fans pretty much tried to troll the person off the internet, all sorts of stuff. But I did want to congratulate Tess on what I believe I believe she's looking thinner. So congratulations on getting healthy, Tess, because in reality, we all know that's what's happening. You're not just working out just to feel strong. You're going to lose weight unless you actually make up for the calories that you are burning from working out. It's just physics. So I did want to say that I'm going to start a new movement based off of Tess's comments and outlook on different things that are body positive and different things that are toxic. And I'm going to call it F Your Logic Standards. F Your Logic Standards because Tess Holliday does not need logic to feel right about herself today or yesterday. I got it this morning. She posted how she was at a plastic surgeon's office for a non-surgical procedure, a non-surgery refresh, I believe she called it. And here's the post. The post says, visited my friend, and I'm going to scratch his name out because it's not his fault, for a little non-surgical refresh. People like to say that getting plastic surgery can't be body positive, but of course it can be. It's your body to present how you wish. What isn't body positive is getting cosmetic procedures and not being honest about it, because that just sets up another unattainable beauty standard. However, this young lady often, I mean, I could find dozens and dozens, probably hundreds of instances where she says that losing weight is toxic. Is the person not just presenting themselves how they want? Is the person, like she has openly said that before and after pictures are extremely toxic. Is that just not the person presenting themselves how they want? So when this woman goes in to get a refresh, get her lips done, that's awesome. That's how that should be. But when other people lose weight for their health, that's toxic. She goes on to say, just make sure that you're doing it for you and not because of what other people think. I'm sorry, but you're getting your lips done for you. I highly doubt that. But if you are getting them done for you, what is the difference between you getting your lips done for you and somebody else losing 100 pounds for them, for their health? Your lips are that's an aesthetic thing. That is just a visual thing. That has no bearing on your health at all whatsoever. As a matter of fact, many people would argue that that's not healthy for you because you're having a foreign substance put in your body, strictly for aesthetics. But when somebody else loses weight, that's a problem. The mental gymnastics it must take for her to get there, it's ridiculous. And the problem is she has millions of people that look up to her. That is the issue, because this proves that she will say and do whatever she can just so she can do and say whatever she can. Logic does not matter. It simply does. Logic has left the building with this woman and it would be different. It would be different if she was just trying to have people, if it was the, F your lip standard and people could have bigger or smaller lips, that's one thing. But what happens is this is a health-based thing. Weight is a health-based thing. There's no such thing as healthy at every size, as is seen in her comment section, because her comment section is a treasure trove of really, really disturbing comments. One of which, and I'm going to block out all the names besides Tess's because it's not these women's fault, but there's a comment strain in here of women that are talking about having lymphedema and having surgery for it and afraid about it. It goes on to read like this. I'm struggling with this. Looking into surgery for my lymphedema, but feeling like a sellout, it's fucking with me. Tess Holliday then says, why do you feel like a sellout? If it's something that will enhance your quality of life, then I would consider it. I am going to point out once again that Tess Holliday openly shunned one of her longtime fans, somebody she knew personally, somebody that had paid her for a photo shoot at one point in time, openly shunned this woman and kind of had her fans go after this woman for losing weight, for enhancing the quality of her life by losing weight. Openly. That's not an opinion, that is fact, period. I mean, the comments are still there. So what is the difference? So now this woman can have a surgical procedure. Tess is saying, look into it because it will enhance your quality of life. You don't want to enhance everybody's quality of life that's in this comment section. It's talking about lymphedema, losing weight. That'll enhance your quality of life, losing weight. Another commenter goes on to say, you don't owe anybody any kind of power of your body, babe. Do what makes you happy. There's nothing sellout about it. Tess says, agreed. So by history, this applies for everything besides losing weight for your health. Another commenter says, I'm so sorry you struggle with lymphedema. I know it's painful. This is not a vanity choice. It's a walking without chronic pain choice. Walking with freedom. Can't remember what that feels like, but I'm determined to get back to that. This is not meant to be mean, but lose weight. That walking, if you have gained so much weight that it has given you lymphedema, or you have lymphedema for any other reason, losing weight will definitely help you walk without pain. The aversion to losing weight that this movement, that Tess Holliday's movement has brought about, is damaging these people in the comment section. It is damaging to them. They are struggling with the fact of getting surgery to remove pain from their life, from their choices that were led to by having extra weight. They're struggling with this because they don't want to be shunned by this group, in my opinion, of course. The original poster says, Tess Holliday, thank you. It's totally going to improve my quality of life. I think I'm struggling because lymphedema treatment is liposuction, which brings me back to a time when I wanted to make myself smaller to please other people. I'm trying to change my mindset to see that this surgery as part of my self-acceptance journey. My fat body is worthy of care and being more comfortable. It's just taking time to get there. Your posts help so much, you have no idea. They help so much. The original poster also says, it's a special kind of liposuction that can remove fat tissue from around the lymph nodes and help them to function. It can also improve appearance around your knees and upper arms. You know what else can do that? Not getting heavy in the first place or losing weight for your health. You know what else? Besides the surgery, besides going for a surgical procedure, if you don't get heavy in the first place, or you lose weight to avoid having lymphedema, it'll be good for your cardiorespiratory system. It's good for your bones. It's good for every other aspect of your life. It's good for your mental health too. It is good for so many things in your life. And that, my friends, is the problem with this movement. This is not just something for the angry bald man to talk about on a weekly basis. It's not. The problem is shit like this. The suspension of a logic. This person does not want to lose weight because they want to be accepted, to the point where they are now unhealthy. That's an issue. That's the thing. We need to separate health from aesthetics, period. Because you can be beautiful and you can love yourself any way you look. You can love yourself any way you look. That has nothing to do with your health. And this comment section proves it, because these people are supposedly completely body acceptance. They body accept themselves. They're fat acceptance people. The issue is that they're not healthy because of their weight. They're not. Period. That's not an argument. It's fact. The suspension of logic when it comes to this is the problem with this movement. It is why people are going to die young. It's why the life expectancy is actually going to go down in the next decades, in the next coming decades, because we have this type of suspension of logic, which apparently Tess Holliday can flip-flop on whatever she wants at all. And I am not surprised, because this woman is very hypocritical, very, very hypocritical. I've seen her watch her followers body shame other people. If everybody was important, it's one thing to go after the person's words, to go after something like that, But if you are so against body shaming, that's something she should not stand for. And you can find it in almost every comment section. Whenever anybody mentions Tess's weight, her fans go immediately after what the person looks like almost every single time. It is ridiculous. This whole movement is ridiculous. F your beauty standards. I agree. F your beauty standards. You can be beautiful whatever you want. F your fucking logic standards for making it seem like it is okay to be morbidly obese and there's nothing wrong with it and you can be healthy, and then all of a sudden telling people, oh, it's okay to have surgical procedures for your lips, I mean, that's fine, but losing weight, toxic as fuck. Another commenter goes on to say, I totally understand this feeling. I have lymphedema too. I decided to have a series of surgeries because it's a progressive disease and I saw what it did to my grandmother, and that's not the life I want. That's what made sense to me. You'll find your own way, and what other people think is inconsequential. Another commenter goes on to say, if it's going to benefit you in a positive way, then you owe no explanation to anyone. Do what's right for you. By the way, I totally agree, but for some reason, when somebody from this movement decides to lose weight, it is a big thing. These women are worried about how they're going to be viewed for getting this surgery because it's a weight loss thing. They're worried about it. Like, they're worried how they're going to be perceived by this movement. This is toxic. This is what toxic is. Toxic is a word that gets used way too much. It is like the shaming thing. Like, if you disagree with something, you're just either phobic about it or you're shaming people or whatever. The truth is the truth, period. If somebody says the truth in malice, that's on them. But the truth is absolutely the truth. And the truth is being overweight is unhealthy. It does not matter if somebody says that and you call them fat phobic. They can be fat phobic. But saying that being hundreds of pounds overweight is unhealthy is still a fact. Another commenter says, please don't feel like that. I also have lymphedema and just went to talk to the surgeon today, but he treated me like a regular person that wants to be skinny, not like someone struggling with lymphedema. I, of course, am not the surgeon, but I would imagine he's treating you like that because he wants you to lose weight because it's what's causing your lymphedema. Another commenter says, lymphedema will affect your health. I think that it's vastly different from cosmetic. And the last commenter that I have here says, dude, lymphedema is a medical condition. Anything you get done to relieve it is a medical procedure. Maybe reframing it that way will help you feel better about it. And I absolutely agree that should make anybody feel better about it. And the thing is, if you do not get obese, if you do not get there, or you lose weight, it will also help with this and many, many, many other conditions. It will help with lymphedema. It will help avoid many types of cancer, diabetes. You can avoid that stuff. You can avoid them having to clip off your toes because you have loss of sensation. You can. It is so ridiculous that this conversation needs to be had. It is so ridiculous that in the comments section of somebody with 1.9 million followers, that it is just not said, look, it is because we're overweight that we have this condition almost certainly. It is because we are overweight. Have the procedure done to be pain-free, but lose the weight. And Tess, if you were more interested in your followers, like you say you are, than you just being famous, you would point that out. But you don't seem to give a fuck. So F your logic standards. And that's just my 2 cents a matter. My name's Alan Roberts. Hit me up on Instagram at Everydamnday Fitness. Hit me up on Twitter at Everyday Fitness. Also on Facebook at Everydamday Fitness. On my internet at everydamdayfitness.net. God damn.